So hi everybody, in this video I just wanted to share my opinions regarding some of the problems I get to see very often. So it's a sort of a thinking out loud kind of video. So most of the time when students come after the preparation and they ask for what books they have to finish or what kind of practice they have to do if they are aiming for the 8 score. So it seems like 8 is new 7. So I don't see any problem in the raised standards and expectation bars of the students. Actually, this is the other way around. It's so beautiful to see students aiming for 8, aiming for 9. But there is one very big problem in it. And the problem is that, in order to crack the band 8, 8.5, and 9, so you really have to, a student really has to have an adequate level of English. And this is the primary problem. Problem is not with the preparation, problem is not very much with the teacher. So changing your teacher will not turn your 6 into 8, but changing your mindset and changing the very method that you are picking up to raise your score might change your score. And this is paying more attention and putting a lot more emphasis on your general English level. Because IELTS will not automatically and magically turn your 6 into 8 if your initial level of English is at the upper intermediate level, let's say. So you have to put IELTS a little bit aside, and instead you have to put a lot of work to a language building. So take an example of say bar chart or pie chart or task 1 graphs, right, where you have to show plenty of language for the comparison and contrast. Instead of writing endless amount of task 1 reports, you'd be better off if you build your language where you will be possibly able to show most of the comparison and contrast elements. So compare and contrast with the help of as construction, because examiners get to see it very rarely. So compare and contrast with a help of verbs, not only with the help of adjectives, right? So vary your language. Do not vary your, bar charts, and then do not write like 10 bar charts every day. Instead, write 2 bar charts, but write like 100 sentences where you would practicing your general level of the English. So, and the same advice applies for the speaking. So, of course, speaking with the partner is the great way, and you have to practice with the partner. But what is the benefit in practicing with a partner where you are just practicing every single day whatever you already know prior to the practice, right? So your general language of the English, say, is like at around pre-intermediate level, and every day you practice your pre-intermediate language. Why don't you instead learn 2 new items of vocabulary or 10 new items of collocations and get to practice this? So your practice should be 80% based on the upgrading of your general level of English, and only 20% should be the practice of the very IELTS. I believe this 80-20 kind of a ratio is a key to success in the IELTS preparation. So I'm reminding one more time. So instead of endlessly practicing the IELTS writing, IELTS speaking, so you'll be better off and you will see the progress much faster if you instead practiced your language and you build up your language that is required to get that 7, that is required to get that 8. For the 8 in the writing, show please various methods of the comparison and contrast. So now that you know it, so you have to put the emphasis on the preparation of the language.